I talked to fish. That's how I met my friend Storm. He's always there when I need a lift.
No.
Bedtime Babble.
Aquaman 2 and the Lost Kingdom.
The Lost Kingdom.
I bet he finds it though.
Like a dead, bloated fish on the beach, this is like DC's ending.
Oh no, he took his gloves.
No, he's
Now
gonna
he's
get cold hands.
And thought, I'm just going to milk this king cow for a little bit longer, just squeeze a little bit more out of it.
We can't let them get away.
Don't worry, they won't.
Oh, it's Nicole Kidman.
She's on a mechanical shark.
Yeah. I hope she's having fun. There's no reason to get that bloke back from the first one, but we liked him. He was alright. Let's get him back in. Let's get him back. Come on, all the gang's here. We've got 200 million to spend.
It's kind of,
Is that what it cost?
I'm assuming.
it was,
It's got to be around that, innit? Yeah.
This was kind of a difficult watch for me. And skipping through it again.
Did it bring up emotions that you've not felt for a
No,
while?
it didn't. It just made me feel nothing, Tom.
Yeah.
Just complete nothing. It's horrendous.
Is it a bad film, though?
It's so flimsy. It's about as thin as it could be.
But that's every recent superhero
Well,
type
that don't
movie,
make it
isn't
right, though.
No,
No,
it
it
doesn't
doesn't
make it right. I'm just asking the question. Like,
Hollywood over here.
I'm just.
And to be honest, Jason Momoa's not a very good actor. And that makes it even worse. Especially because he comes off as like a really annoying frat boy.
I just watched him in Fast 10, and he was quite good fun in that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Very over the top.
Yeah.
If you don't give him too much to do.
Notice you said he's not a good actor, you just said he was good fun.
Is that Jason Momoa, or
Yeah, I
is
think
that
it
is that the
is.
way they've set up and written the Aquaman character? Because
I
he's
might
like
be-
that in all of them.
Yeah, I might be doing him a disservice. I just think that is him.
Great big greasy cheeseburger and a pint of Guinness.
In Justice League, he is not as jovial.
Are you kidding? Every third noise he makes in the entire battle at the end is a woo.
Yeah,
or a yeehaw,
at the end when
or
when he's fighting stuff, but all the starting bit, he's this grumpy.
You took a hell of a hit. You all right?
At last, the firstborn of beloved Queen Atlanta.
Comes out the sea and he throws the bottle as he's walking like he's in a Chanel advert. And then Batman comes and it's he's this moody guy in a bar.
You do it dressed like a bat, like an actual bat.
Worked for 20 years in Gotham.
Oh, that shithole.
And he turns up at the end and goes, woohoo!
It definitely felt like everyone had kind of checked out.
All I did was figure out how it worked. I didn't think we'd ever actually have to use it on anyone.
Things don't always go as planned.
But that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like Oppenheimer, and he's worried about what he's built.
We're having fun almost at the expense of everything that was
Yeah.
going on, rather than...
It's almost like they're pretending to have fun at the end of a shitty party.
Somewhere in the Atlantic. Why say it then?
I want to know coordinates.
Does it matter?
I might know it.
This movie's directed by James Wan. He's also done some of the Fast and Furious movies. It's almost like he's really gone, do you know what really worked in those movies? The concept of family.
Family.
I think the film leans into family because they wanted to get the brother back.
Turns out I have a brother, and he's a total dickbag.
Your relationship with Orm isn't how it usually is. Sure, siblings bicker and fight, but at the end of the day, they're family.
Did his brother try and kill him in the last one?
Yeah. No, he finds out about him in the first movie.
And then,
So they didn't grow a bond. It's not like, it's just like, so what you're saying, he could be Hitler and that's all cool because he's your brother. They're bonding.
The chemistry between them's not that.
No, it's not
Like,
good.
it's
It
not-
feels
they're
really
not-
forced.
How can you make jokes at a time like this? It's undignified for a king to jest.
Oh, excuse me, Your Highness, if I use comedy to mask my feelings and deal with stress. Otherwise, I'd end up looking like you. A very tight butthole. Super tight.
Not Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. They're not
Loki and
Thor.
Ow. Just had to be sure.
But that's been the problem with this whole sequence of films that DC have put out, is they've just tried to just replicate what Marvel's done as opposed to try and do their own thing.
They invested time and effort into establishing each of these characters.
And then had a big payoff movie.
had a big payoff.
And DC have just tried to just do that from the off.
Well, also just make good films.
Yeah, that's really the key.
Just make good films.
I feel like they didn't because they rushed it. And Aquaman 2 is the end of a series of films just like that. And it's just like, it's the absolute dregs of it.
I feel like I know that dude, so I feel like he's going to survive a little bit.
I thought that about Seagal in Executive Decision.
And you're still hurting from that, aren't you?
Never again.
I've never gotten over the shock of that death.
The story is he's now the king and he has to deal with the bad guy. Black Manta comes back.
Yeah.
He finds a trident thing that's haunted by a ghost, by the Lost Kingdom, and he realises he needed some help. Gets his brother out of prison, and then they fight the bad guy, and then they win.
I found it interesting that getting the brother out of prison seemed to be... They were just like, I think I know someone who can help. Surely there must be someone else
that could help.
Yeah, he's one of the fucking Justice League. Ring your mates.
He's dealt with Manta in the past, and he's the only one who might know how to find him in time.
The fisherman will never allow you to speak to him.
Also, they're underwater.
Oh, what, Superman can't swim, no?
He can, but how long can he hold his breath for?
Can you drown Superman?
Of course you can't drown Superman. Superman flies through space where there is no oxygen. I'm fairly certain
he
he'll
just
be
hold his
underwater.
breath?
I hate Superman.
Superman is just...
I feel sorry for DC because they're lumbered with Superman.
They blew their load with the first character they created.
Yeah.
If we ever decide to make ourselves known to the surface dwellers, it will be to eradicate, not to coexist.
He should just go on TV. Just say, I'm the king.
Hello.
I'm the king of Underwater World.
Come down here.
You might know me because I've been hanging out with Superman.
Yeah.
And the robot one. I will say that the DCEU has made Aquaman a viable option to make a film. Before this came out, everyone was thinking about what Aquaman actually looked like and was like, how are they going to make a man that swims and talks to fish be like this cool dude? Okay. If they made another Aquaman, they could make something decent.
You could do it. You could do it well.
He's using the stone ore calcium to heat the planet.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
The bad guys have a weapon, a sonic weapon that fires sound waves, and they basically say, how are we going to defeat this? Get a bigger gun, and the bigger gun is just as many whales as Aquaman can talk to, just come along and all sing at this weapon. That bit I liked. I thought it was quite clever.
This feels quite B-movie.
Yeah, it is.
Very much.
When you look at some of the sets, like, it feels almost like a 1970s set. Like, it's very basic, and like there's one little board that someone stands behind in this giant room, and it kind of looks a bit comical. The creature designs on some of that and their suits and the things underwater, I'm just like, go for it. That's wild. That's fun.
I really enjoyed the sort of like cephalopod robot things that they find, like Black Manta and his team find them in the ancient ruins of Antarctica. They were cool, and there were little bits like that. The octopus thing that escorts him on the mission, that was really cool. Sadly, he just disappears and you don't see him again.
I actually put down, I think that the funniest character is the octopus.
Genetically engineered intelligence for infiltration and espionage. He also plays a variety of musical instruments.
What's really weird about this film is sometimes some of the effects look cool, and you're like, they've done that well. And other times it just looks like murky. And I know they're under the sea.
Some of them look really janky. It's horrid. I imagine the Corridor Crew will do a video about it at some point.
And in doing so, I claim the throne from him.
It's not really his body, is it?
I don't know how much of that's real.
Right, elements in the script where you're just like, oh, come off it.
Every day I don't fix my power suit is another day Aquaman gets to live.
That's a well-written line.
That is awful. That is genuinely awful.
You could have done this with a look, or you could have done it with something else. Like there's so much, and it's just like,
Suit up.
Wait, the tracks lead down there, which means the monster's down there.
God. Jesus.
You're right, when it comes to the script and the acting, like there's the whole bit with Black Mantis and his father.
You need to live so you can kill that son of a bitch!
I remembered that bit being a bit mental in the first place, the first time. But rewatching, if that is the same footage, oh my God, that's insane.
This is written for 12-year-olds though, right?
it must be.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you got to assume that the target audience is not us.
And this film cost $215 million to make.
I told you.
It's mental. It's almost like the producer's level.
What are you waiting for? Fire!
Well, it's the last movie, isn't it, at the DCEU?
Yeah.
So
Do you think they
maybe
had
they'd reach like
a little
you know,
kitty?
like when you've reached your the end of your financial year and you've got a load of stuff in it. It's like, oh fuck, we need to spend some of this money because otherwise next year we won't get it in the budget again. What will we do? I'll just spend $200 million on a man who talks to fish.
Oh, he's fixed his helmet.
Fixed up, look sharp.
That was the only thing stopping him from getting his power and killing the man who killed his father.
What do you think this film says about fatherhood?
He's a terrible storyteller.
I mean, to be fair, a child that size, you don't need any skill. We don't really say anything about it.
Except that it happens.
Single parents.
He's got a child and he looks after it, and so does his dad. But what it really tells me is that they needed an additional member of the bloodline to effectively make the last act of the movie work. They were going to kill the baby.
Yeah.
In order to sacrifice and take its blood in order to wake up the bad guy. And in the end, the way they did exactly the same thing was Aquaman just got punched in the face, and the blood that came out of his mouth that hit the thing was enough to do all of that job. It's like, so what did you need?
Just take it from the child and just put that on it. That's all you had to do.
Or just, you don't need to know I've done anything. I've just snuck in the night, taken some blood from your baby.
Yes.
I didn't expect piss play to happen 10 minutes in.
He wasn't even there.
No.
They went to the house and it was just his dad. His dad.
His
Glorious
mortal dad.
screaming though.
Penta. Talk Junior.
Oh, slow-mo.
He was just about to show some emotion and they cut away.
James Wan and everyone else who worked on this are accomplished filmmakers.
Yeah.
There's no one on this that's not. So there's definitely, you're almost guaranteed to get some bits that you look at and go, that looks really cool. The whole last scene with the throwing of the trident.
Goes straight.
That he catches, but then they throw the second one, and it goes straight through. I loved that shot. I thought it looked wonderful.
That's Steven Seagal.
Fires his bullet.
No.
Yeah.
He's doing it.
Yeah.
He's doing it. Sorry?
He did it worse. I will agree. This $215 million film did it slightly better.
So budget 205 estimated according to IMDb. Gross worldwide box office 435 million. Avengers did $1 billion, but 435 million is probably still not a bad return.
It's not awful.
No,
It's not a loss.
No, it's
like, they've done all right.
If I was rating it as a movie review, it would be a 2 out of 5. Because there's enough in there that looks good, and there's enough kind of action going on to be like, well, and it moves. Even though it's 2.5 hours, I'll be honest, it didn't feel like 2.5 hours.
Oh, the Lost Kingdom, we're here, baby! So glad this hasn't ended yet.
There's moments of like slight campiness. I'm like, oh, if they would have pushed into this more, I might have had a good time, but it's just overlong CGI crap.
CG finale!
Oh, here we go. So excited. Oh, look at him. He's in his suit again, and she's here, and she's doing shit with her hands. Yeah, water power.
It's just rubbish. And yeah, there's the odd little bit here and there, but no, one. Just because I sort of enjoyed the octopus that was on screen for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, he was fun.
That's about it, really.
He was fun. Aquaman 2 and the Lost Kingdom has got 4 out of 15.
Well done.
Just a quick thank you to all of our subscribers, old and new.
Thank you.
And to those of you supporting the Patreon, thank you very much. Sorry, do you want me to start the whole thing again so you're not doing the weird hand gestures?
No, it's fine.
Cool. And if you've watched this and you haven't yet liked or subscribed,
Why
then...
the fuck haven't you?
Or
Need to swear.
why not just do both? Because that'd be grand. Thank you very much. We appreciate your support.
We do. Thank you very much. It's very generous. Thanks.
Love you.
Oh, bye.